Hi there, subscribe. This video is This video is a recap of Teen Titans Season 4, Episodes 1 through 13. This video is sponsored by my merch store, my Patreon page, Avatar Tunes, my PayPal donations, my gifting site Throne, and my partnership with W Energy Drinks. More about them later. Episode 1, Episode 257-4494, also known as Don't Touch That Dial. One day, Beast Boy is watching TV, and Control Freak shows up on his TV. The other Titans are skeptical until a news flash break alerts about Control Freak prison break. As it turns out, he built a giant version of his remote to send himself into TV. The Titans investigate, and Beast Boy accidentally sends them into the TV. Control Freak, on the other hand, uses his vast knowledge of TV to recruit movie villains and Titans. They travel from TV to TV show to TV show. This is a distraction so that Control Freak can learn Kung Fu and alien martial arts and get various weapons from different TV shows and movies. Once the Titans fight against him, they're no match, and a news flash comes out saying that their presence is sending harmful waves, so basically TV rots the brain. And eventually, Beast Boy, with his massive knowledge of movies and TV, he's able to get him once outside, get him once outside back at Titans Tower. Robin and Starfire reflect on the effects of too much TV had on their mission. While Robin concludes that watching TV too much is indeed unhealthy. Star interjects that it was in fact Beast Boy being a TV junkie that allowed them to win. Episode 2, The Quest. During the night at an antique shop in Jump City, Chinatown, Robin confronts a thief who's well trained in the martial arts, stealing a ruby bejeweled golden bow staff. The villain escapes. Robin goes after him, and the villain says that if Robin can't defeat him in 3 moves, he'll surrender. But he loses, and Robin asks where he learned to fight like that. He simply says to be the best, you must train with the best. He uses a smoke bomb. Robin leaves in search of the true master. All he knows is the legend that the true master resides within the mountains deep in the heart of Asia, and he can only be located by the most serious students. He goes alone. There in the village, he meets an old peasant woman. The woman explains, preparing him for his journey. First, he must go up on top of the mountain before nightfall, and warns him that the journey is treacherous, challenge, and that very few have succeeded. She has him change outfits and remove all items except the mask. At a statue, she shows him the beginning of the path. He faces off against the guardian of the river, a bear. While this is going on, Starfire and Beast Boy play dress up with Robin's stuff. Now back in Asia, Robin is having issues with the bear until he capsizes the bear, and the bear admits defeat. The guardian of the cave, a blind snake. There's a candle lit, and the Robin refuses to fight him. So the snake removed the light from the candle, making it pitch black. Robin wins by listening to all the echoes. Then back in Titans Tower, Cyber joins in the fun back in the mountain. Robin tries climbing the mountain with his bare hands and meets the old woman again. And he asks her how much longer is it to the top. She says nothing but much, just that his quest can't be measured in feet, yards, or miles. Then back in Titans Tower, Raven finds the other Titans playing dress up with Robin's items and how childish it is, but they eventually convince her to join them. Back to Robin, he finally makes it to the top, to the Garden of the Trees. A monkey. The challenge is about resourcefulness and adaptation. He eventually is successful. All I have to do is climb the stairs to the true master. But it's interrupted by the martial arts villain from before. He apparently never trained with the true master and was after an easier way of going up the mountain. But Robin quickly defeated him, and it's revealed that the true master is actually the old woman. She explains that he never asked her if she was the true master, and the reason to come before nightfall was you can't see the pathway. Next, we see the Titans, including Silky, dressed as Robin and ordering pizza. Then Raven says, "You know what? The mask makes me feel cool." Robin grabs the slice and says, "You know, Robins, the mask makes me feel cool too." And everyone faints. Episode 3, Birthmark. Dr. Light is back tearing up the city. The Titans arrive to stop him. They could see what he was doing from their living room. Raven sneaks up behind him to scare him, like she did in season 1, episode 6, Nevermore. Dr. Light surrenders. Cyber declares a time to have donuts in celebration of their victory. Raven refuses and goes back to the tower, saying she just wants tomorrow. Then in a cave we see Slade arising, assuming the cave that Terra defeated him back in the episode from season 2, episode Aftershock Part 2, where his body is also, as he says only 4 words, that the day has begun. In the tower, Raven is in her room watching the clock, waiting for midnight for an unexpected reason. She then hears a noise and investigated it to find her friends have a party planned for her. They know it was her birthday because Beast Boy hacked into the Titan's computer. Raven destroys the party decorations in a rage and storms out, wishing there'd be no party at all. But before she can go to her room, Robin confronts her in the hall, saying that he too knows that the two of them have a connection. Teen Titans season 3, episode 5, Haunted. She's been in his mind, saying, "Let me be in yours." He says, "Let me be in yours." But she replies, "If you knew anything about the day of my birth, you know there's nothing to celebrate." Then back in her room, she tries to calm down, only hear the sinister voice of the Red Demon from Teen Titans season 1, episode Nevermore. Season 1, episode 5, the voice says Raven will fulfill her destiny. She has no other choice. It says the portal must be opened. A mark then writes itself on the wall. She screams, and the flames die. She's back in her room. Robin comes in to see why she was screaming. Before any explanation is given, the alarm goes off. When the Titans show up, they're face to face with Slade. The Titans snap out of their horror and amazement. They begin their typical battle, including the first reference to Terra since her death. We see the same symbol that was shown in Raven's room. Without warning, Slade launches fire at Raven. Thus, the fight begins, and it looks like Slade has new fire powers. Eventually, Slade says he has a message for Raven. He grabs both her arms and burns the symbol into her. He then starts to destroy the whole place, putting the Titans in trouble. Raven shouts, "Stop!" Her red gem on her forehead glows green and brown. And everything stops moving, but not even time can stop Slade. He frees Robin. She frees Robin. Yeah, there it goes. She frees Robin, but Slade forces them to run outside, and once outside, Robin questions why is Slade back? Where did he get those powers? And how did you stop time? But before she could answer them, Sway jumps jumps ready to fight. During the fight, Robin tells Raven to run, kicks Sway in the head. Wade simply cracks his bones, a strange ability for someone who's alive. Raven returns to help Robin. They find a place to hide. She explains that a priest from Azarath looked into the future and something terrible is supposed to happen today. That's why she didn't want to celebrate. Swade shows up again, takes out Robin. Raven runs away, but Swade follows, saying the message must be delivered. Swade finally caught up with her and overpowers her, saying the message must be delivered. Your destiny will be fulfilled. Now Raven has the symbol on her body, and then days passed as the sun and moon rise up and down until he lets go, and we see the city in ruins. The sky blood red. The tower sits destroyed in an ocean of lava. The four-eyed crows from Nevermore sit everywhere, and her friends are stoned. Swade says, "This is your destiny. This is the world she is doomed to create." Swade says to her, "This will come to pass. I will make sure of it. You are going to destroy the world, Raven. It's written all over your face." Raven screams, and the vision ends with time returning to normal. Raven was unconscious. Swade kicks her, lets go of her, who's still unconscious, falls off the top of the building. Swade says, "We'll be in touch, and happy birthday." Before she hits the ground, Robin saves her. Back in the tower, Titan set up another surprise party. Robin tells Raven that they'll discover where Swade is and what he wants with her. Raven looks at her arms, seeing this symbol, saying this is only the beginning. Next we see Swade in a cave, kneels in a ring of fire, saying, "The first task is complete, Master. The message has been sent." The inscriptions are in place, and she knows what she must do. The prophecy will be fulfilled. The evil voice says, "And the world of mortals shall soon be end." Episode 4. Cyborg the Barbarian. Cyborg hooked up Titan Star with loads of technology. Then a strange bolt of electricity sent him far into the past, where he battles monsters. Without modern technology, he has to create his own power source. One of the barbarians are jealous of him. He's been working side by side with a witch to eventually overthrow the kingdom of the barbarians. Cyborg joined the fight with them. Then he's sucked back into the present by Raven. Everyone is shocked to see what he's wearing, and later Raven reveals to him a book about the battle he was in and how she was successful. Episode 5, Employee of the Month. The Titans track spaceships that are abducting cows. Isoi gets a job at Mega Meaty, only to learn that meaty meat isn't actually made of meat, but from an alien tofu substitute called the Source. An alien is abducting cows to power their ships. Beast Boy captured the leader of the Source and learns their secret. He's finally able to stop them. And then in the end, Cyborg accidentally consumed the leader. Episode 6, Trog. A ship battled between three ships, one piloted by a silver alien, and the two who pursue him. They enter Jump City, where Titans notice who are playing Old Maid. They notice that their ships, they go on the roof to see the fight. Then after Robin compliments his flying, he introduces himself as Valyor Varnithia. Robin introduces him and the team as the Teen Titans. Cypher welcomes to the Earth. He says, "I see you have a Tamarin in the tower." He informs them of his mission to end the threat of the alien race, Walktiks, who want to conquer the world. That want me to conquer the whole galaxy. The Titans volunteer to help, and he and he explains them to all five accompany him while the ship is en route. He tells the Titans stories about his battles with the aliens and all the battles he has survived. When he finishes, he gives them all assignments like navigation, thrust, and manning the blasters, but completely ignores Starfire. Starfire asks what task she could complete. Then the ship is attacked. He then calls everyone except Star to fight. Then Star and Val, they're alone. He says to her, "I don't need help from a stupid Trog." Starfire is upset by this later. He calls everyone by a nickname: Sunshine, Raven, Metal Butt, Cyborg, Spike, Robin, Champ, Beast Boy, and everyone believing that Trog is Star's nickname. Later, Star wants to prove that she has what it takes. Val calls her Trog again, and Cyborg asks Star what Trog meant. Cyborg asks her what Trog meant. She explains it means nothing. She gets the job done. Later, Cyborg congratulates her by saying, "Way to go, Troggy," and she explodes in anger, voice saying not to call her that. And Cyborg points out that Val calls her that all the time, but Star points out that it's still not right. Cyborg questions Star, saying, "I thought you said it didn't mean anything." Star reveals that Trog means a racial slur against Tamaranians. That actually means nothing. Whenever Val calls her that, he's saying that she is worthless. Later, Cyborg explains to Robin what Trog means, and Robin asks Star why she didn't say anything earlier. But Star stops him. The mission comes first. Feelings aren't as important. Val announces that they have arrived on later. Val and Star argue over her not following his orders. Later, they reach the core, where Val gets trapped in a blue force field. He refused to get help from Star. While he doesn't value her life, she still values his. She saves his life. As the core explodes, soon back on Earth, the Titans Tower, Val thinks the Titans. Val doesn't respect Star because Star people saying Star one of the good ones. This upsets Star, and eventually her friends trying to talk, but he wouldn't hear them, saying maybe humans are just like Trogs. Episode 7, Prophecy. After the previous confrontation with Slade, the Titans begin to wonder why he's returned. Robin, Beast Boy, and Cyborg determine that the symbol on Slade's forehead is not from Earth. Robin vows to find out what the symbol means. While this is going on, Raven has visions of the future, and Slade taunts her by telling her time is running out. Raven says she's not afraid to, which Slade says he is not the one she should be afraid of. She denies the prophecies that she will destroy the world and she'll stop it. And Slade says this is what she was born to do. Then she says she sees vision of Titan's Tower in ruins, and her friends turn to stone, held by ghost-type demons. She awakens from the trance just in time for as Robin was coming in to talk to. Just then, the alarm goes off. There, they battle Slade. He eventually beats them with his demonic powers. And he explains it's a mark of Scath. He points them to the library where they can learn more about they find a secret underground path that leads to another chamber. Their statues speak the prophecy, and the gem's shocked. Raven runs away. She goes to her home, Azarath, to speak to her mother, Arloa, who sadly explains it's too late. Then it's revealed to be an illusion. The reality is that Scath has already disposed of the city and killed its inhabitants. Back in the library, the Titans find more marks of Scath that lead them to another chamber where Slade is waiting. He claims the gem is missing, and it's open. And it'll open the portal to bring Scath to the physical world of mortals. Raven finally shows up, going with the mark of Scath, and beats Slade down, refusing to accept her destiny and telling Slade to tell her father to destroy her before she assist him. The Titans are shocked to see Raven glowing appearance, and after she defeated Slade, she finally tells them her dark destiny. She is the daughter of Trigon the Terrible, who used the name Scath to protect his identity, and she is the gem and will summon the demon lord to the earth. Slade talks to Trigon and the Terrible, and he says that with me, he'll reclaim what he had lost. Episode 8, Stranded. The Titans use the T-ship to go deep in space to fix the communication station. The computer is in ruins, but Cyborg easily fixes it up. Then a terrible alien monster attacks. The monster is powerful. The heroes stand no chance. Star and Robin easily lead the monster into a trap. The cyborg teases the Robin about his girlfriend, and Robin says, "She's not my girlfriend." This leaves Star thinking that they're not friends. But before he can give answers to Star, the monster shows up again. The monster then uses its sonic shriek attack, and the station explodes. And the Titans made their way out before that. The monster launched it onto their ship. As he's attacking them, Robin tells him teammates not to separate, but the shriek causes it to sound like separate, and each hero lands on another part of the alien world. Robin finds Starfire pod, but Robin gets attacked and eaten by an alien plant. But Star saves him. Unfortunately, she's still upset. Meanwhile, Beast Boy found Cyborg, and Beast Boy gathered up the parts of the T-ship and Cyborg, but Beast Boy must do the repair since Cyborg lost his arms. Elsewhere, Raven awakens to find local small aliens that worship her. Robin tries explaining himself to Star, but they both fall, and Robin tells Star to fly. She can't because she's confused. They both fall, and Robin awakens to find the monster from before has survived the fall from space. They lead it to a ravine. Robin shows Star how much she means to him by expressing his trust. They hold hands as the monster plummets to the bottom. Star and Robin fly off. They land and embrace just in time for Cyborg and Beast Boy show up with the finished T-ship. At times wonder where Raven is. She's been having fun being in luxury by the aliens. Episode 9, Overdrive. Cyborg can hardly keep up with his daily schedule on so he orders a new computer chip that can be put into his brain. The chip boosts him quite a bit. He can easily defeat the muscle man with robotic muscles. But when a new threat, Billy Newmer, shows up, the first match, he easily outmatched them. Multiplying himself, everything goes to Titan's tower to sleep except Cyborg. He stays to chase after Billy Numerous. After Billy, Cyborg diverts energy from his other parts of his body into the chip, but still he can't get him. The next morning, the other Titans enter ops to find Cyborg speaking and eating, acting completely like a robot. That night, Billy steals the bridge, and Cyborg almost dies from the chip, shouting out. The Titans remove the chip. Beast Boy and others offers that they take it slow and easy, steady way instead of fast later at the old stadium. Billy and his clones glow over their success. When the Titans show up, multiple of 20 each, Billy sends an all-out attack, but the Titans don't flinch. So he created more clones, and the last clone doesn't separate from his body. He pushed his powers too far. It's revealed that the Titans' duplicates are actually holograms, with his humanity restored, and good spirits restored. Cyborg says what to do with the rest of the day. His friends give him a glare, and he says, I already know what I'm going to do. Catch some sleep." Episode 10, Mother May I. The Titans wake up from a sprawling around in the Titans ops room, hungry for pie. Luckily, an obese but merry kind old woman is there to serve them pie. However, she can't be stern to her young charges. Titans found out when the High Five raid the local mall. She smooths Robin's hair. Robin's riled hair, replaces his dangerous toys with baby stuff, diapers, toys, milk, and bottles. Dressed Beast Boy like a fluffy pink bedroom suit. I mean, I mistyped that, I guess. Okay, bunny suit. So he can't transform into animals. Or Raven into a frilly white, yellow, shiny temple dress made from her blue cape and hood. From her blue cape and hood and bright pigtails with girlish bows. Starburning into a raincoat. Starfire into a raincoat. Red hat and galoshes. Cyborg. Okay, I said Cyborg into a raincoat and galoshes. And Starfire into oversized Christmas-colored sweater. Before she lets them out to play, that is, for the Hive have 5 times fight the Hive, but there's no match against them in these new. Then Mother gives them those bad kids a good spanking. Star gets her head bonked, and when she comes back, she sees Mother for what she truly is, a 3-eyed green hag. Star realizes that Mother is feeding on their love when they announce it to her. Star bops her friends on the heads and frees them of the magic. The Titans realize that Cyborg bought a pie from Mother, or whoever it was. That's someone that looked like the same creature as the Mother. The Titans trick Mother back into the pie. In the end, Robin gives the Hive a present for their latest defeat. Gift a pie. Now, a word from our sponsors. My merch store. I offer shirts, mugs, hoodies, and more. Support my Patreon page and my cartoons, starting as low as $1 a month. Get my weekly work schedule posted every Friday. Sneak peeks of upcoming anime videos. Support at $40 a month. Get Patreon exclusive merch delivered to your home. Get 4 items. Altogether, 1 item delivered every 3 months. My PayPal donation. Send as much or as little as you'd like. My gifting site Throne. Send me fan gifts from my wish list. I'm constantly adding new items. If there's an item you think I'll enjoy, add it by sending a request. I might add it now for my partnership with W Energy Drinks. Get 10% off your order using my code below. I get commission sales whenever you buy with my link. There's 0 sugar, no crash. Now back to the video. Episode 11, 12, and 13. The end. Parts 1 through 3. Part 1. The episode starts with Soya talking to Trigon, and Trigon wants him to get him Raven, and he'll return what he has lost. Then we see Raven awakening, and seeing Trigon's symbol burning into her arms. She knows today is the day she'll fulfill her destiny and open the portal to Trigon to enter the Earth. For today, she plans on being the nicest person to her teammates, making their last day wonderful. First, she makes pancakes for her breakfast, but everyone gave her pancakes to Star. Then the alarm sounded, and they leave as they battle Plasmus. Raven protects her friends, ending with her defeating him. Then she takes them out for pizza, and Robin says she's been quiet today. Then she takes them to the park for some activities. She states that they have a lot to do before sunset. Just then, a solar eclipse happens, and then Raven is tossed around by an invisible force. And then her friends see the mark of Trigon. And her teammates say, "Why didn't you tell us today's the day?" Her friends take her to a quarantine room. This room was built without Raven's knowledge. She tells her friends, no matter what this is going to no matter what this is going to happen. Before leaving to watch her room from Savannah's room, Beast Boy gives Raven a lucky penny, and she says, "All the luck in the world won't help us now." Raven meditates, and Dragon makes contact, and Slade is outside Titan's tower with 5 demons. Dragon threatens to hurt her friends. This makes her go outside. Eventually, Slade and Raven go to where Dragon will be summoned, the library, and Raven tells Slade she knows her father, and he won't keep whatever promise he made. And Raven says eventually he'll be insignificant. This angers Slade, and the demons attack him. He orders them to release him. They don't listen to him, but Raven says for them to release him, and they obey. And true to Raven's words, Trigon doesn't give back to Slade. Slade lost, and soon he emerges from the portal. Part 2. In the ruined streets of Jump City, a small barrier created by Raven gives out. Robin looks speechless at the city. Then innocent people frozen by Trigon's wrath. Frets over he could have done more to try and stop this. Then Robin sees a raven with big red eyes. He follows it, calling after it. Raven calling at it. The raven flies onto the top of a skyscraper. Robin climbs it to find the Beast Boy, Starfire, and Cyborg. At the top, they all deduct that Raven's used her powers to save them from harm, from the apocalypse. The Titans have a little bit of her powers. It's strongest when they're together. Trigon has made Titan's tower his throne. Without warning, the Titans attack, but fail to even make him flinch. Star knows a lot about and she says that her powers are controlled by emotions. So they get angry and they attack. And Trigon says he hasn't come to fight, but to help. Could have fooled me. This isn't the kind of help we need. Now, back to the recap. Trigon tells the Titans a way to save Raven, but they don't want to trust him. And just disbelief later, Slade tells them that another part of Raven lives elsewhere. He's going to show Robin where to find it, but only one can accompany him. The rest must distract Trigon for his all-seeing. And Robin asks what's in it for him. He just says this. He has his reasons. Robin leaves with Slade, but before he leaves, he gives each Titan, the Titans, a ring of Azar, a ring that helps protect themselves from Trigon. Robin and Slade walk along a path until they come to a door with a mark of Scaft on it. They pass through. Slade tells Robin that he may not like what he finds. Robin says he'll take his chances. They decide to pilot a boat down a river of lava. The Titans mess with Trigon, and he breathes fire on them. But the ring Star's wearing protects them. He then makes evil clones of the Titans. The clones prove too powerful for the heroes. For Robin and Slade, as they go down the river, Robin asks him why he sold the world to Trigon. He told Robin it was going to happen whether or not he was present. but Robin points out that he played a role in it. Soon they're attacked by Trigon's minions, and the two quickly defeat the minions, but the last one removed Slade's mask. Revealed he's dead. He says, "This isn't the way I wanted Robin to find out." Soon Robin and Slade split up. Robin finds a younger version of Raven. Part 3. Oh yeah, and Slade went to get what he lost. Part 3. The Titans continue to fight the clones and failing it. Elsewhere, underground, Robin has found a younger version of Raven. Robin says he's going to take her back, but she doesn't seem to have any memory of him. He manages to gain her trust by saying he can bring her back. Elsewhere underground, Slade is still looking for his body. He finds a door with the mark of Trigon, but it's heavily guarded by a hulking Stone Knight guard with an axe. The guard tells Slade what he seeks may not be recovered, but Slade attacks him, nothing else to lose, as the battle above ground starts to turn against the Teen Titans. So Star suggests that since they can't defeat themselves, maybe they could defeat each other. Cyborg defeats evil Beast Boy, Star defeats evil Cyborg, and Beast Boy defeats evil Starfire. The clones each return to their original person. Trigon says their victory was pointless, since all they did was prolong their suffering. He then sends out a horde of fire demons, and the Titans retreat. Robin carries Raven. He tells Raven a story about Raven and how she was a good friend. They're attacked by fire demons, but Robin's still holding a helpless Raven. They heard escape, and now Robin remembers her friends like it was a bad dream. She tells Robin that her powers are gone, and that there's no hope. Trigon is all powerful. He can't be stopped. Robin says, "I guess I'll just have to have enough hope for the both of us." He puts her onto his back and carries her to the surface. Slade continues fighting the guard, but he is at a disadvantage. The guard said pure evil can't be stopped by mere mortals. So he puts an explosive on the door, and the boom goes the guard with it. So he gets hit by arrows of light that return his mortal flesh to flesh. He heads to the exit. The Titans fly through the air with Trigon's minions in pursuit. They shoot most of them down, but then Robin shows up and finishes them off. They're joyed to see Robin, but then seeing Raven's child look, they're astonished. Star says that the ring that Slade gave her broke, dimming their hope of winning. Robin tells Raven she's no longer bound to some prophecy. The Titans attack Trigon, then Slade shows up to help out, wielding the guard's axe. Raven watches in amazement as Trigon takes damage, but they're no match. Raven rushes to help them, but Draco says he is her creator, her master, and that she only exists to serve him, asserting that she survives because he allows it. Raven scowls at Trigon. She turns back to teenage Raven and says that the monks and Titans are her true family. She blasts white energy at Trigon. She screams her thing as her Mithrin Synthos, and bam, everything's great again. All the citizens are unfrozen. Now Raven is free to live her life the way she wants to live it. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe. I upload various videos. If you enjoyed this recap, thanks. I'll have more. And next time I'll have season 5 ready. And that'll be the last season. And then next year I'm thinking about what I'm going to be watching is Adventure Time. Hope you like this. I'm going to release soon about how watching TV you can earn money. Not clickbait, no scam. This app that I've been using on my MacBook, I've earned 10 cents my first day. I'm still earning. Minimum withdrawal are $20, so you'll have to wait a bit. Thanks Thanks. Please subscribe and support the channel below. Bye for now.